Hey guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. You're not. Guys, you're not Chevy Chase either. So what's going on? Did any of you watch Saturday Night Live anymore? Does anybody watch Saturday Night Live anymore? What did you used to watch on Sundays? Do you remember Sundays? It was like a disappointing day on your day off from school. It's like, you were in no hurry to wake up and sit on the shag carpet or lay down in front with your cereal. Because it was all the religious stuff on television. Like, there was very few cartoons. I think Fat Albert was on Sundays. I liked Fat Albert. Fat Albert. Hey, it's Fat Albert. Guys, I'm not. Toddy One Skip, and you're not. Guys, please like, subscribe, and share. So, on the topic of the book, I wanted to ask you guys a question. So, I know that there's the book's full of shit. We all know that the book is full of shit. We all know that Gypsy has since being released has made up more stories and more lies. So, does Nick know what the book says? I wonder if Nick knew what the book said, how Nick would feel and what Nick would think. You know, because we all know that Nick was more of a gentleman than Gypsy said. We know that the whole unaliving was Gypsy's idea, not Nick's, right? We all know that. So, you know, I know that it probably wouldn't get there at Christmas time, but anybody think about maybe like sending the book to Nick so that he could read the book and let him see what the woman that might still have some sort of power or control and might still be reaching out to him and lying to him. Maybe he should see what she's saying about him publicly. I wonder if that would change anything. I wonder if maybe that would change anything as far as Nick maybe speaking out or maybe even in upcoming court proceedings. Because, see, in that book, and we haven't gotten to it in my reading of it yet, but I'm pretty sure I heard somebody say that, well, actually, yeah, Nick, according to her, and on stand, she said that Nick did not, violate her unwillingly of her, and in the book she said twice now he did. So isn't that perjury? Like, I think that's perjury. So I think that there's things that this book is going to end up being, she said that's her prized possession. That's going to be our prized possession. And if Nick knows what she said about Dee Dee. So I think that there might be even inconsistencies about that. So not only could it possibly be the Petrie's family year 2025, but it could be Nick's year 2025. And, if Bobby Godejohn wants to read the book, maybe we should also send the book to Bobby, I mean, I just think that they should know the narrative in which Gypsy speaks. Because it's untrue. It's untrue. It's make-believe. It's false. I mean, she just has made herself the victim at every single like bump in the road. She is the victim. Every time something went wrong, she is the victim. Every time something happened that was negative, she is the victim. Every time there was a thought process that was negative, she's the victim in it. Who's the victim? Gypsy's the victim. Who gets Victim of the Year award? Gypsy gets Victim of the Year award. What's she the victim of? Everything. 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 In the meantime, she's out here living her best life and has just destroyed people's lives, as I keep saying over and over again, and continues to use and abuse people. And I know that her world is getting smaller now. The people that are surrounding her are getting smaller now. The people that are surrounding her are starting to realize she's full of shit. So therefore, her friend circle, well, she doesn't have friends because who would trust her? But her little circle of people is like, I have a question. Did she really make Bree pay for a book? Like, she didn't give her friend, her best friend, BFF forever, a book and signed it like, thank you for all your love and support. It's been so important to me, and you are so important to me. Please come in from the outside, and please let me give you the money back for your book. Nothing like that on the book. Nothing. That shows you who she is. I mean, there's no appreciation for what this woman has done for you. Like, she's gone up against, like, some people that have said rotten things about you, and she herself has stood out and said, no, stop. She goes to a place where, to have your back, and you make her stay outside and buy a book. I mean, doesn't that tell you who Gypsy is? Even if she gets all the books sold back, all the books given back to her, which will be the best thing, she couldn't give her friend a book to show something. Gypsy, she's poisonous to society, and I keep saying that, but I really want to know. Is there anybody that wants to send Nick a Christmas present of the book? I think that you can get the actual book and send it to him. You can't send it to him. I think the publishing house has to send it to him. I wonder if we can make that happen. Do we want to make that happen? Well, I have to tell you, kind of, sort of, there is something in the back that I'm doing that I'm not sharing. But I do think that maybe sending Nick that book might be a good idea, just to show him, hey man, you got to do this. Does anybody have your back? I'm not knocking NPG, but what are they doing? The book's been out. They didn't say anything about the book. What's going on here? Like, does Nick need help? Does he want help? What are we doing here, guys? I mean, I know it's not us, but what do you think? You think we should, everybody should send him a copy of the book, or what? I don't know, guys. What do you think? You think, like, everybody should send him a copy of the book? What do you think? I'm wondering if everybody sent him a copy of the book. Here's an idea. If everybody sent him a copy of the book, I wonder if he'd be allowed to keep one copy of the book and return the other copies and get books that he might really like. I wonder if we could check into that, because that would be worth sending him a copy of the book. Because I don't think he needs so many copies of the book, but he definitely needs one copy of that book. And the other ones he could probably return, I think, because he'd be coming from the publishing house, yes? I don't know. Anyway, guys, I think that's an idea. Bombard him with the book. This way he knows what Gypsy really thinks of him, and what she really wants the public to think she thinks of him. And that's important. I think that's really important. I think that's important for his dad to know. If NPG is on side with him, it's very important that they share that with him, don't you think? I don't know, guys. This is Issues with Toddy One Skip. Tell me what you think in the chat. What do you think about sending them the book? Guys, be better today than you were yesterday. Not half as good as you'll be tomorrow. Always, always be kind. Thanks, guys.